Alright guys, let's take a quick look at PENGU on the channel once again. Now the last time we looked at PENGU was actually on March 7th, so we have to go all the way back to this candle right here. And yes, you can see that we are much lower than when we spoke about it last time. Now, PENGU, I believe, has found a bottom, guys. I don't think PENGU is going to go much lower than this, honestly. I personally have been DCAing into this, dollar cost averaging into this for some time. I just buy, a few hundred here, a few hundred there, a few hundred here. And this is actually still one of my lowest bags, when it comes to coins and things like this, guys. So, anyways, I probably will DCA a little bit more into PENGU here in the coming days. I think it's still a good project in my opinion. Now, taking a look at this on the daily time frame, it looks like PENGU caught support at 0.003864. You can see that over here, guys. So it hit it about 4 times right here and has pretty much gotten the bounce. Now, yesterday it did break through 0.004687. And yeah, that was a daily resistance, so we can see that we are getting a little bit of a bounce today. Now, if we were to go straight up today, it looks like pretty much we're going to meet this trend line as well as this weekly resistance here at 0.005. We can just say 4 because it's 399. So 0.054, we are going to meet probably this trend line and this resistance, which would mean that it's probably going to be a little bit stronger resistance than usual. So you can see that this trend line extends all the way back to about February 6th and has been holding us down. We have hit it several times back in February. We even hit it around the beginning of March. And we did have kind of an attempted breakout here on the 27th of March, but we got rejected by this daily resistance at 0.07176 and fell pretty heavily down since then. So yeah, guys, PENGU is looking better in my opinion in the past few days. Let's take a look at the RSI and see how much more strength this move might have. Now, looking at this on the daily time frame, getting into the overbought territory on the Stoke. Has a long way to run on the RSI. That is okay. Weekly, let's see if it's just printing an RSI here, but that's very low. So, and it hasn't made a Stoke yet on the weekly. So, monthly, it makes no sense. There's nothing there. This is still a very new coin. Now, overbought on the Stoke here on the RSI a little bit, and on the RSI, it is flirting with being overbought. So, not so good there either. 1 hour time frame, it is going heavily to the upside, probably will be overbought shortly, and it is just barely overbought here on the RSI. So 15-minute time frame actually is getting into the oversold territory on the Stoke, but yeah, just kind of, it's still pretty low in the RSI, not too bad. So in my opinion, guys, if we just take in all this information about PENGU, it looks like it's probably going to cool down, and that's pretty much what it's been doing since it ran up yesterday. It does kind of have a little cup. It's trying to form a cup, it looks like, but I don't, see us probably getting past this resistance today, just because so many of the time frames are pretty much, overbought. It needs to cool down a little bit. I think it's going to float around 0.005 basically, and maybe after this weekend start making another run, towards that 0.0054 mark basically. Now, taking a look at the tokenomics, guys, of PENGU, as you can see, like I said, I don't have much PENGU, but this has gone down in value over the time. Like I said, I've been DCAing into this, and I only have about 12.5 bucks at the moment. But again, like I said, probably this week I'm going to add a little bit more to it. And yeah, I mean, when this runs back up to 6 or whatever cents it was before, I'll have a nice bag of it. So now, there is a max supply of this 8s across the board. The total supply, most of this has been created. and about, I would just estimate that 75% of what is already, what is the max supply, is already out there circulating. So that's not too bad when it comes to tokenomics, guys. Now, all-time high, like I said, it was about almost 7 cents. Yeah, so okay, you're getting about a 93% discount at the moment. That was about 4 months ago. This was right when it was created, guys. This coin is only 4 months old. And yeah, all-time low pretty much 3 days ago. And yeah, if you scooped it up there, nice buy. And let's take a quick look at Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin is at about $83,500. We have a green candle today. Yesterday was a bullish engulfing candle from the previous day on April 10th. And yeah, we do find ourselves at this resistance at about $84,200. And probably will consolidate between that number and $82,328 for the weekend. But on the weekend, there really isn't too much volatility usually, and you know, we run the risk of making some CME gap. So taking a look at Ethereum, I'm looking at this on a weekly time frame. I am actually quite surprised that right now it's green, but you can see we got supported basically at about 1407, and we have resistance at 1685. So let's put this on the daily time frame. Today we're getting a nice little green candle. You know, yesterday I was disappointed with the candle because Bitcoin just had such a you know, better day. And when you look at Ethereum in comparison yesterday, I mean, that's not that much. But today, you know, Ethereum has almost a similar candle, and we're only about halfway through the day. So maybe it's taking Ethereum a little bit of time to catch up. But yeah, it's flirting around with about $1,600 at the moment. It needs to get above 1685 and get out of this reaccumulation zone, which if it can, you know, leave about or get above about 1765, then we will be out of this reaccumulation zone. So taking a look at the S&P, it finished at $5,363 yesterday. The NASDAQ, sorry, finished at 18,000, almost 700 yesterday. That is a nice candle right here. That is a weekly candle. One of the biggest weekly candles if you just go back in history, guys. That's amazing. Now, the total market cap, guys, excluding Bitcoin, still trying to work its way up to 969 billion. And yeah, so let's see if we can get above that. Then we got to work our way towards 1.05 trillion. Now, here is the dominance, guys, and you can see that today, okay, it's getting a red candle. That's great, but yesterday it did have kind of a big candle. If we zoom in here, guys, that is a pretty large candle. So not good, but it is coming down today. Let's see what happens today. I really hope we do not exceed this cycle high up here at about 64.3%. But have to be patient, guys. Now, taking a look at the CME futures, if I just zoom a little bit, you can see that it actually has a breakout here at $84,095. So we are, in fact, creating another CME gap because remember, guys, Bitcoin is at $83,475 now. So that pretty much means that we are, you know, breaking out of this trend line here. And we are making a gap, though. The gap right now, it's about, what, $600 or $700. So let's see what happens on Monday. I am assuming that we will fill the gap if we don't, you know, go back towards this number by tomorrow. But yeah, guys. Now, taking a look at the dollar. Dollar is fairly weak. It basically is at under 100. So that actually is good for Bitcoin, guys. A weaker dollar, you know, means a stronger Bitcoin. Now, taking a look at the liquidation heat map, guys, pretty tame today. 237 million have been wrecked, basically. More shorts, though. So be careful if you're shorting right now. The fear and greed, guys, is a 43. It came up pretty heavily from a 25 yesterday. I'm a little bit surprised to see it went up, you know, 18 points. That's kind of a lot. We don't need to get overheated too quickly, so let's hope we just kind of trickle our way up to greed once again. Now, altcoin season index did go from a 14 to an 18 right before this video. I refreshed this, so That is better, and like I said, that's because we're getting a red candle today. The top indicators, guys, 0 from 30 still 100% hold, guys. I mean, what more can I say? Maybe we're getting close on this days of ETF net outflows where we had 7 days in a row. But guys, is that really a good indicator? We've already had that hit once, and I think on the 11th day it reset. So I don't believe that's a good indicator. There's a few of these indicators I don't agree with. Now, the best one, in my opinion, is the Pi Cycle Top indicator, which is basically diverging from one another. Now, next week, guys, we do have the New York Fed consumer inflation expectations on Monday. We do have one speaker, it shows here, on Monday as well. Now, I have updated this actually to my current time, so that's probably why these two speakers have moved to Tuesday, because originally in my last video I said that they were speaking on Monday, but if you live in America, that's, they're probably speaking on Monday. So anyways, the New York Empire State Manufacturing Index is on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we do have core retail sales. We do have industrial production. And maybe this Atlanta Fed GDP now could be somewhat important. It has affected us about 1 month ago when it was like wildly off. And also Powell is speaking. I don't think I saw that and mentioned that on the last video, but maybe that was just added. So he is speaking on Wednesday. Thursday, guys, we do have Philadelphia Fed manufacturing. We got jobless claims. We do have the Atlanta Fed GDP now, Q1 again. So I'm not sure why there's 2 here. That's kind of odd, I think. And yeah, we do have Fed Vice Chair Barr speaking. And Friday, it's Good Friday. So there's nothing really going on, although FOMC member Daly is speaking on Friday. Now, one of the biggest changes from yesterday is this, Fed Watch Tools basically that is predicting the rate in May. Now, when I did my last video last night, guys, I think it was about 80%, if I remember correctly, that, we're not getting a cut, but now only about 60% believe we're not getting a cut. So the odds have shifted really quite a bit. And, we still have 25 days, guys. So it's still a long way away. It's still a long time to kind of speculate. So let's see, guys. Now, the crypto bubbles looks somewhat good today. We do have a green day, basically. In the last hour, it's more red, unfortunately. But the day and the week are actually green. So that is nice to see. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, I don't know if you can find PENGU here. But let's try it real quick. I have clicked earn, and I don't know if it wants to cooperate with me. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, here we go. PENGU. This is how you do it, guys. So you go there, and actually there's no deals found. So I do believe Binance, that's at least where I am staking my Pudgy Penguins coin, my PENGU. But yeah, guys, you can get almost any coin here on Coinando. If you want to do Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you want to do, BNB, you do have usually the deals listed. So yeah, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, become a member of the channel, guys, for just $2, and I will put you in the Telegram group where I show you the MOODX updates, all that are relevant to, Bitcoin, of course. And yeah, that's basically for free. You don't have to get a MOODX subscription if that's all you want to see. And I can tell you guys, when I get these, notifications, they're very valuable to know what's going on. Anyways, thank you guys for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.